Darkcast Network. The light shines brightest on our indie podcasts.
Hi, this is Jenna.
And this is Kelly.
And you're listening to ODFM.
This episode is When Deception from Murder.
So many D's.
Oh, but guess where we're heading with this episode?
Florida?
Yes!
Oh, hell yeah! I'm excited. Let's do
Florida.
I'm excited.
Oh, Florida.
That means it's going to be it's going to be a doozy. There's a D word.
Oh, there's a good D word.
Yeah.
We got to use that someday. Okay. So this is in St. Pete Beach in Florida.
St. Pete Beach?
Yeah.
What a weird name.
I know, it's hard to say. So I was like, keep wanting to say St. Pete's Beach, but...
So the beach doesn't actually belong to Pete?
I guess not.
It's just named Pete? It's Pete the Beach? Oh. All right. It's Florida. We'll let it go.
Yeah. So it's a hot and steamy summer, of course, because it's always...
Because it's Florida.
It's Florida. It's hot and steamy, and that's why alligators love it. So Candy Williams, that name is so Florida. But it's not at the same time. Yeah. She's Midwestern, but she is a 30-year-old something woman who relocated to the beach from Kansas.
Good for her.
She was like...
Because the Midwest blows. I mean, no, what?
No, we're great. What?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, but she didn't mind the heat because she was like, thank God I'm out of the cold Kansas winds. And
yeah.
So she had always wanted to live by a beach, which she considered paradise. Same, but maybe not that side of the United States. I don't know.
Yeah, beach sounds nice. I would love to live by a beach.
Yeah.
I'm so landlocked. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, same. Yeah. So there's not much time before the summer's ending because she is a school teacher. So she wants to soak up the sun as much as she can. Right.
It's not going anywhere, though.
It's not going anywhere. I mean, it's Florida. But yeah. I think her time being able to be on the beach, I guess.
I know. Those school kids, they really suck up your time.
They do.
I hear you.
They take everything. So since time is slipping past quickly, she's headed to the beach to soak up the sun. She's laying on a chaise in the sand, drinking.
Sounds
having a
nice.
good time by herself.
I'm with you.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm there. Which freaking my friend is in Key West right now, and I'm gonna slap her. 2 weeks. Actually, she deserves it more than anyone I know. But yes, or 10 days anyway. I know. Yeah, okay. She deserves it. Have fun, Mary. You bitch. Anyway.
She's going to get back, listen to this and be like, I see how it is.
I see how it is. Mm-hmm. I did say you deserved it more than anyone.
Yeah, so. That's true.
Okay. So she notices a cute guy checking her out. She's laying on her chaise and she's like, okay. I see you. Looking at me. Mm-hmm. So a storm starts up. So she's like, okay, I better go get a drink, wait for it to pass. So she goes to a bar. Weirdly, the same cute guy, he shows up at the same spot as her.
Weirdly or destiny?
So he introduces himself to her as Jovan Collier, who also happens to be a transplant from the Midwest. So they have that in common.
Something in common. Nice. Yes. I like how this is headed.
Good way to hit it off. So, and they do. They hit it off right away. They get along great. And Joe asks for her number.
Okay, cool.
Pretty good. And after just a few hours after meeting, he calls her. He doesn't play that stupid 3-day game. He's like,
what?
I know. That's the thing.
You can do that?
Yeah. Yeah, you could do it.
They'll call you right after?
Only certain ones. So this guy did. Yeah. So they meet up at a nearby restaurant that same night. And they're like, I know. This is moving fast. This guy's on it. So they make the usual small talk, and after some drinks, they're laughing. And Joe must start feeling comfortable because he opens up to Candy, and he tells her how he's been trapped for years in a loveless marriage, but that he finally made the jump and had gotten divorced. And it was like,
hold on. I was like, tell me he's not still married. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I feel better now.
Right. Yeah.
Okay,
so he's like, yeah, it's been rough. It was loveless, but I'm so excited to have my life back.
Yeah. Okay.
So Candy's flattered that he's opening up to her. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty sensitive matter. And he tells her how much he's been torn apart because his son is with his ex-wife and he's torn, misses him so badly.
Yeah, sure.
But after so many years of misery, he's ready to find his soulmate. So Candy, she's feeling the spark. She's really into this guy. He's cute. So much so that she asks him to come back to her place to keep the date going. Yeah.
Okay, Woo. Candy.
Yep, Candy.
Giving it away like candy. All right, I see how we're doing it.
Yeah, Candy's on it. Anyway, things get hot and heavy fast. And Candy's like, yeah, we need to slow it down a bit. I might have.
Right. I invited you over and now I am regretting this decision.
Yeah, I might have moved a little too quick. So he's a gentleman. He doesn't push it. And he's like, okay. So they just fall asleep together. So that's sweet.
Okay. Still a person that she met less than 24 hours ago, sleeping in her house.
A little weird, but okay. Almost immediately, Joe starts showering Candy with gifts like every day. So Candy thinks, this is the guy of my dreams. He's doting over her. He's doing everything he can, right?
Right.
Sounds wonderful. But when Candy's friend meets Joe, she's like, gets a very bad feeling about him.
Oh.
Gotta listen to your friends, Jen.
Yikes.
Remember to listen to your friends, Jen.
I'm not guilty of having done that in the past. No.
Red flag.
Even though they tried to beat me over the head with it for 2 years. No. Not my husband, by the way.
Yep. No. Your husband's wonderful. We all love your husband.
Previous guy.
Very previous. So Candy's friend's like, yeah, this guy is disingenuous, but she does admit, okay, I'm an overprotective friend. Maybe I'm just thinking too hard on this guy.
Thinking it's too good to be true.
Yeah, but always listen to your friends.
But she obviously got a vibe.
She got a vibe. She got a bad vibe from Joe.
Crap.
Time passes by, and just 3 months into the relationship, Candy is all in. She's head over heels. But Joe has a problem. So your face. Of course he does. So he comes to her and he's like, I am having a tough time financially.
So I'm just going to cut back on the gifts.
Yeah. So maybe I'm not sending you so many roses. Yeah.
Not that I'm going to borrow money.
No. But Candy's like, no problem. Why don't you move in with me? We'll both save money.
Yeah.
3 months. Woo.
Okay, I also did that once.
Yeah,
so
you did. I remember
Shit. Damn it.
But it does. And at the time, it does save you money. And yeah, you kind of jump on it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. At that particular moment in time.
Yeah.
Yes,
until
6 months later, it was not the same situation. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Exactly. We know how it goes.
Anyways, it's not my story. It is Candy's story.
Maybe it is. I've just
It's just that I feel like I really relate to Candy.
Relate to Candy.
Shit.
I just renamed you.
Shit.
That's all.
Okay.
In this situation, the relationship just gets better when they're living together.
Oh, okay. And this is where the story starts to veer.
Yes.
Drastically.
This is not your story. And the end. There is one thing that Joe does that drives Candy a little crazy that she can't stand. Right. She's a pretty private person, but Joe likes to take surprise photos of her whenever she's in the shower, or when she's naked and vulnerable.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
And she's like, okay, it's a little weird to her.
Mm-hmm. What are the dates of this story? Are these Polaroids, or are these digital can go online?
This is 2000s, so digital could go online. Mm-hmm.
Oh shit! But it's wait.
Well,
it's
no,
pre-Facebook.
This is 2011, I think.
Oh right? No, then shit was on Facebook
later. Yeah,
that's social media and okay. So that's
that's a problem.
It's one thing if you have film and you have to go get it.
Right. Yeah.
Developed and all that. And it's another thing when it's right there on your phone.
Yeah, and
you
easy
can
to
show
reproduce
people,
real quick.
Post it online. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Oy.
Yep. Good catch. Oy. So Candy's a little bothered by it, but she trusts him completely. And she's like, this is just, he loves me so much. Right. And he's always telling me how beautiful I am. And he's just doting on her and you're so gorgeous. I
that
just
he
need
wants
to get pictures
of me first thing in the morning.
Yeah.
With my hair stuck to the side of my head and crusty drool on my cheek
on
and
the side. But you're just so beautiful. So one day Candy comes home from work and there's a letter and she says it's for her and it's from Joe. And it says he's sorry, but he's just too broken up about his son being with his ex. He misses him, and he's going to go back and try to work things out with his ex.
Whoa.
So he can be with his son. Doesn't call her, doesn't do it.
Now I'm feeling a little bit like our stories are starting to come together.
Converging again. Yeah.
All of a sudden, out of nowhere, I've decided to go back to my ex.
Yeah. Stories are converging again.
I feel you, Candy. I feel you.
So she goes around the house. All of Joe's stuff is gone. But the really weird thing is there are Post-it notes that say sorry on it everywhere around the house. Like, everywhere. I mean, he had the time to do that, but he didn't have the time to like call her ahead of time and be like, hey, we need to talk.
Sorry, Post-its everywhere?
Post-its. This
is weird.
Super weird. Like, okay.
It's more of an apology than I got, though. But I'm just going to say, okay, go ahead. Sorry, continue.
But poor Candy, she is devastated because she's thought, this is the guy I've been waiting for all my life. She sees her future crumbling without any warning, and it just breaks her.
Surrounded by Post-its.
Surrounded by Post-its. Burn it all.
Damn.
So Candy, after the initial shock, she's sad, but then she starts to get pissed. And she looks up Joe's ex-wife's number. Like online, you could get anything, right?
Oh, yeah.
And she calls her. She finds out they aren't divorced and they hadn't split. And Joe had just made up a big fat lie about it to Candy.
Where did his wife think he was living?
Exactly. That's the part of the story I never got. And I'm like, did he think they just kind of were separated for a while?
Was he on a business trip?
Very long, 3-month business trip? I don't know.
Because obviously he was sleeping there. And oh, bitch, he was with me. I got the Post-its to prove it.
Look at his handwriting.
Also, Candy will never look at Post-its the same.
Oh,
it will forever be a trigger for her.
Yes, absolutely. Can you imagine? I'm never using another Post-it again, but I really need to use a Post-it.
Right.
What am I going to do?
She'll be at the office and then we're like, here, I left a Post-it on your desk. And she'll be like, oh.
Triggered.
Shit.
Candy tries to focus on her life and move on. But
you know what? If you want motivation to move on, that's this wasn't even the person I thought it was. So.
Right. You would think. But just a week later, this is happening pretty quick. Just a week later, Joe's back at her door. He's knocking.
On.
Yeah. I made a huge mistake. I can't live without you. Please take me back. And of course, Candy, she's still head over heels. I know.
Make it stop, Kelly.
I want to, but I can't. So Candy, he has a way of talking himself out of his lie. And he claims that he had been filing for divorce and he just got panicked that his son would be taken away in the divorce. She's like, okay, I'll give you another chance.
Oh, Candy.
We all want to slap her at this point. So he promises he's officially ended it with his wife and the papers are filed. And
Can I see photos of said papers, please? I would like to see it.
He produces things like that for her because he is a great liar. But Candy, she takes him back. Her resolve cracks. And, Candy's bestie that called bullshit on him. Yeah. She's like, do not do it. Do not take this guy back. But Candy doesn't listen to her. So Joe does everything he can to make it up to her. Once again, flowers, gifts, everything. And he takes it to the next step and asks her to marry him. And Candy,
with a brand new shiny stack of Post-its. I'm even going to replace all the Post-its I used up.
Lifetime supply. Yeah, so Candy accepts.
Fuck, Candy.
Candy. To make things even more unbelievable, Joe tells her, you know what? Even better, I've landed a 6-figure job that I'm going to be working. I know. Suddenly he's
Are ya?
Perfect.
Are ya?
Did you get this job? Yeah. So the only downside to this job, though, is it's in Atlanta. And
there's going to be a lot of travel involved, is there?
There's going to be so much travel. He's got to move there, in fact. Candy doesn't want to leave Florida, thank goodness. She's smart enough to be like, I'm not leaving my great life. So she stays put, and they agree to a long-distance relationship.
So he has reason to sleep somewhere else.
Yeah. So once Joe moves, he starts to get emotionally distant as well. Weird. He calls less and less.
Very strange.
Yeah, doesn't answer her calls very often. But the bills the two shared still come to Candy because that's his official residence.
Oh, shit. Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah.
No joint checking accounts.
Nope. And no joint, like, phone accounts and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, because they moved in together and then they put everything on the same bill. Dang it.
So she gets the phone bill and she says, well, he's talking to someone a lot and at like 2 a.m. and stuff, but it sure ain't her.
I'm sure it's his son. I'm sure he's having long heart-to-hearts with his son.
Yes, with his like 8-year-old son at 2
a.m.
Yep. She also notices on a different bill that he sent flowers to someone and it's not Candy.
His son?
Yeah.
His son is into flowers, as most 8-year-old boys are.
8 boys, they're really into them.
They're totally into them.
Dinosaurs and flowers can't go wrong.
Dinosaurs and flowers. That was the theme of Gavin's last party. How did you know? Dinosaurs and flowers.
Turns out as soon as Joe got to Atlanta, he had gotten a new girlfriend. Weird.
I'm so shocked to hear this information.
Yeah, I sense a pattern. So once again, Candy is crushed. Oh, Candy Crush. That just came to me. Candy Crush.
Candy Crush. Oh, God.
So a whole repeat of the last breakup happened. Joe swears it was a fling and is desperate for Candy to take him back. He does everything once again to win her back. Flowers, gifts, goes way overboard one day. And Candy leaves her house one day. So her favorite animal is piglets, like baby pigs.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, they're cute.
And they are cute. Right. But that's like her favorite. You know, she's got all the figurines everywhere. She leaves her house and steps out into her yard. There's a billion little fake piglets out there, like stuffed and all this kind of stuff. And sorry signs and balloons and all this. And
wow, he took a step up from the Post-its, didn't he?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Piglets. He went with piglets.
He went with piglets and signs.
Okay.
Signs.
I was waiting for you to be like my sister once had a ex out of complete desperation show up on Valentine's Day with a dog.
Oh, God, that's a
while
commitment.
She was still living at home with my mother in college.
No.
Oh, believe me, my mom was pissed.
And
of course,
now it's your dog. Dog, no. Yeah. I mean,
dog.
Duh.
But yeah, it became my mom's dog too. And then when my sister finally graduated and moved out, she took the dog. But anyway. I was waiting for you to be like, she came home and there was a baby piglet.
Oh, Lord.
Right.
That's probably against her HOA, but
probably, right?
So he is such a smooth talker that he begins breaking down her resolve again.
Jeez. Okay. And they're still engaged at this point?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So she's she misses him terribly and takes him back. But this time she's laying it out like, this is your very last chance. There's no more cheating. If I ever catch even a slight wind of something, you're gone.
All right.
Okay. I'm sure we sound exactly like her best friend.
Right.
Candy. What are you thinking?
Candy.
So now it's Candy's birthday weekend, and she and Joe and some friends are together celebrating. And Candy's best friend, her name's Kathy, the one that
is sitting across from Joe, trying not to give him like dagger eyes.
She's cursing him with special spells. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's like, cheers, asshole. Sorry, like that.
Yeah. Loogies in his glass.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Let me refill that for you.
Refill that. Piece of shit. So Kathy, this friend, she gets a call during the party from a mutual friend of theirs that couldn't come. She's told that this friend has found Joe's profile on a dating site. Oh. This is during the party. So Kathy's like, okay, I'm not going to ruin Candy's birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, but she is like seething and sitting there in the interview. I watched her talking about this and she's like, I just wanted to strangle him right then and there, and trying not to say anything at the time.
How have we not yet had a murder case where it's the best friend that takes out the guy?
Seriously, there's got to be one of those.
Right?
Yeah.
I just couldn't stand it anymore and I took him out.
Maybe they're too good
at
it because they actually thought about it for a long time.
Right. Yeah, they've just gotten away with it. But yeah, okay, go ahead.
She holds back on telling Candy until the next day.
Okay.
Like, okay, I'm not telling you on your birthday, but next day.
Right.
So Candy is disgusted. She is so pissed at herself for believing this fool and she throws him out.
Good.
She's humiliated. She feels like a dope. But Joe decides he's not done with her. I don't care what you decide. It's my decision if I still want you.
No, Joe. No.
No. So he's constantly calling, he's emailing, he's even sending letters. It gets so bad that finally Candy takes out a restraining order. She's just like, leave me the fuck alone.
Oh, she's serious this time. Okay, good for her.
Yeah. So like it often does, though, the restraining order does nothing.
Right.
Paper. Everywhere that Candy goes, Joe shows up. Like it gets to the point that Candy thinks he must have like a tracking device on her car. Just like everywhere, grocery store.
How does Joe have time for this? Isn't he like balancing like 5 people anyway?
And isn't he a 6-figure income earner in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Not. As many stalking victims do, Candy begins hiding away in her house because it gets so bad. And he
just doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah. So she takes out another restraining order, hoping that maybe that'll help. And for a while, it seems to. Like he backs off.
Okay.
But Joe finds his way back into his life through her computer.
What?
So he has friends start barraging her with messages telling her, you have to take Joe back because he loves you so much. You have to.
He's really annoying and we can't take it anymore. So could you please just do us a solid?
Please get rid of him.
Take him off our hands.
Exactly. And she's like getting afraid to even check her email. So delete. Finally, but there was one that catches her attention and it just says that Joe has just committed suicide. And like, she's like, I wanted him out of my life, but I didn't want him dead. So it kind of.
Right. So she stops and reads that one. Okay.
Right. And she's horrified and shocked. So Candy decides to call Joe's parents to find out what happened because she thinks this could be true, you know?
Right.
Oh, Joe's parents have quite the story for Candy, though. She's shocked to find out his real name is actually Peter Zimmer.
I'm sorry, what?
Mm-hmm. That wasn't even his real name. Joe Collier.
Has she not? Wait, do you know, did she ever meet them? Or she like looked up their phone number?
She did. She had gone to Thanksgiving dinner with them. They had spent some time together.
And they were cool with everybody calling him Joe? What is happening?
Yeah, you got to hear about his past.
Hey, Mom, Dad, FYI, for today, I'm going by Joe. And they're like, whatever, man. We're just going to call you
Here
kiddo.
We go again.
We can't keep it straight anymore.
Okay, bud.
Right. They only use pet names for him the whole time because they can't remember which person he is.
We don't know which one this is.
Cool.
Well, apparently this Peter Zimmer, as an infant, he was adopted by a family in Illinois.
Okay.
So when he was 14, this family had moved him with their other child to a rural farm in Wisconsin.
Okay.
And Peter hated living away from his friends. He hated being away from town where they all got together and stuff.
Okay.
So at one point while he's at school, he tells his friends that he hates his parents and that someday he's going to kill them.
Good God.
Mm-hmm. So it sounds confusing now, but it'll all come to a head. So on May 23rd of 1983, Peter made good on his word. He stabs his adoptive mother 15 times in her garden. I mean, one was so bad that the knife went through her skull. He then drags her dead body face down into a shed on their property, and he places a rosary on top of her.
This is his adoptive parents?
Yes.
Oh,
Next, Next, he takes out his 10-year-old little brother, and it was so violent. I don't think I can even mention how bad he did to his brother.
Holy crap. Okay. And how old was he at this time?
14.
Okay.
And he took out his 10-year-old brother.
And his adoptive mom.
And his adoptive mom, like very violently, both of them. Then he goes upstairs and gets into the gun cabinet. He waits for his adoptive dad to come home.
Jesus. Okay.
And then shoots him 5 times.
Holy shit.
Steals the family's truck and takes off.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when the police come and find the bodies and no sign of Peter, they immediately suspect it's him and they put out notice. He's tracked down pretty quickly.
It's pretty easy to find a 14-year-old driving a truck, I would think. I mean, that's probably not typical.
Mm-hmm. And he had stolen one of their credit cards too. So.
Oh, well, yeah.
I guess at this time in Wisconsin, juveniles couldn't be tried as adults.
All of them? Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We don't make exceptions for...
No.
Okay.
So Peter claimed his adoptive father had been beating him all his life and his mom didn't protect him and his little brother had been treated as the perfect son. It was a bear. They all basically deserved to die.
I see.
Yeah. So even though Peter doesn't seem to realize how serious his actions were or even show any remorse, the judge, nothing. He doesn't seem sorry at all. Judge can only legally sentence him to be locked up until he's 19 into a juvenile school.
That's 5 years.
Yeah.
That's nothing.
And they expunge those records, usually.
Holy shit. Okay.
Oh, get the name of this school. It's the Ethan Allen School. I bet they had great furniture.
They had great furniture there.
Oh
my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he goes to this school. It's a juvenile facility. He meets a girl named Belinda.
Do they actually make the furniture? Is that why it's like...
Maybe they were that. They're like slave labor.
Right, yeah.
They should. I mean, if you did a bad deed, make shit.
Right.
So Belinda was a 19-year-old volunteer there. I can't believe they let a girl volunteer at a juvie facility.
Right. Where they're okay.
Yeah. But they end up getting pretty close and they end up making a baby together.
Jeez Louise. Okay.
Yeah. Belinda gives birth to their daughter, Nicole. And for the rest of her young life, she doesn't tell Nicole anything about Joe's past. She knew about his past.
Okay.
Like, I guess Peter's past at that time.
All right.
Kept it a secret. So when Peter gets out of juvie, he changes his name to Jovan Collier. Not just Joe, Jovan.
Jovan.
Maybe he didn't realize that there's another name for Joe longer, like Joseph.
Right.
He's like,
right.
Jovan. Okay. He leaves Wisconsin, leaves Belinda and Nicole in the dust. I think they had married for a short time. Yeah. He's just like, I'm done.
Well, I mean, he doesn't seem to have a lot of sentimental.
No, he has no. He's heartless, obviously. But
Jesus. Okay. Yeah.
This blew my mind. He also became a trust fund kid by inheriting the estate of his adoptive parents.
What?
Mm-hmm. Worth almost $200,000. He kills them and gets all their money.
No. See, now if the judge couldn't sentence him to more than 5 years, he should have at least been able to block that somehow. Mm-hmm. I don't understand. Or the adoptive family's greater family should have stepped in and been like, fuck no.
They tried. In fact, the judge at that time, it wasn't a law or anything, but now the laws because of this have been changed. Where they can't benefit off of the death of another person, of killing another
person that they were responsible for. Oh my God.
Yes. And that family did fight to get as much as they could, but then they felt bad and thought, well, he should get a chance at a better life. So they let him have some of it. Yeah. So he got $200,000.
So wait, who the F are these parents that Candy called? Who are these people?
It's coming. Yes.
Oh my God. All right.
It's coming. So
I'm roped in. Okay. You got me.
It's like a soap opera. Yeah. So he manages to hide his past from everyone he meets, every job he's had for 20 years, because, he was juvenile when it happened until he reconnects with his biological mother.
Okay.
So his biological mother actually did pretty well after, like, she gave him up as a baby because she wasn't ready. Okay. She's now like a well-to-do realtor. She married a plastic surgeon.
Oh, okay.
They're doing good. She had actually searched for him and found him.
And was so thrilled with what she found.
She's so proud.
I'm so proud of you.
Yeah. So he told Biomom that his adoptive parents died in a car crash. And that's exactly what he had told Candy. Like, yep, these are my biological parents that she's hanging out with. My adoptive ones, they died in a car crash. It was horrible when I was a kid. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But his blood relatives, his mom, figured something was weird. She actually, it was his mom's husband, like his stepdad or whatever, said something's off. Like there's he's lying. They run a background check on him and they find out what he had really done. The biological.
Oh my God. They must have been horrified.
They must have been. So they knew for a while. They also found out Joe had also had a son with the woman named Leah. So I'm guessing this must be the wife with the son that he just recently is.
Oh, right. So he's got 2 kids out there now.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And he wasn't a bad dad from what they say, but.
Well, to that one, what about the one that he left behind in Wisconsin or whatever?
Exactly. I guess he did reconnect with her later, but.
Oh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Lucky girl.
Lucky girl. So these are the parents that Candy talked to, and they tell her everything. And that the suicide is likely just another lie Joe cooked up to get her attention.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. And they're right.
Run away.
Yes.
Holy shit.
So Candy, like, she's like, oh, this is way worse than I thought. Way worse.
Yeah,
so
you
now
dodged
she's
a bullet, girl. Get out.
Yeah. She's like, this guy is a monster. I've got to go back to the police. So, of course, she goes to the police. They tell her, well, he's done his time for those crimes. And unless he's caught committing a crime, there's nothing we can do.
Jesus. Okay.
But fortunately, one of those cops must have felt they needed to do something because they actually tip off the local news about the story.
Really? Good. Oh, my God. Yay for that cop.
Yay for that, whoever that was.
Probably
so they spread the word.
Like, this is some bad shit, and I'm going to tell the news.
Oh,
my God. But whatever. Yay.
Yay. So it's out there. All the news stories start covering it. It's on TV constantly. So, of course, Joe sees it.
Because he's not dead.
He did not hang himself. He
came
alive.
back from the grave because he found out they were doing a news story on him.
He's like, oh, shit. So now that his past is exposed, Joe's like, okay, I'm not going to try to win Candy back, but I am going to get revenge.
Oh, fuck.
So
damn it.
His cards and his emails start to turn threatening. You know, before they were all sweet and loving, and now they're threatening. He says things like, I'm going to burn your house down. I'm going to come kill your dogs.
And I know it's from him because it's on a Post-it.
Yeah. He's wasting so many trees' lives. I don't know. He's a tree killer. Candy is dealing with the stress of it all the best way she knows how. She's taking walks on the beach, and that's her thing she's always done to relieve stress.
Okay.
So she's walking, and during her walk, she starts seeing all of these flyers, like, posted everywhere, even on stakes in the sand along the beach, like hundreds of thousands. She goes to look at one, and there are her naked photos that Joe had taken of her, along with her phone number and her address, advertising sex services. And she's a school teacher.
Oh my God, that's right. Okay, but now she has something she can take to the police, right?
True.
He has broken the restraining order big time, right?
True. I would hope. But
although I don't know that the parents of her kids are going to give a shit.
Exactly. Exactly.
No.
Horrifying. So she also finds out he's signed her up for sex websites for people who want to meet in person for sessions.
Oh, hell.
And for things like orgies and fetishes.
Oh, my God.
She's coming home after work, and there'd be people waiting for her.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Like, shit. Like, okay, we're ready to party. She didn't schedule these.
Oh,
freaky.
My God.
Oh, God. And one day she's at the school working with her young students in class, and a package comes for her.
Oh, God.
And yeah, she assumes it's from the school, delivery for the classroom. And the kids are all like, open it. She opens it. It's a dead baby pig. Oh, dead baby pig. Oh.
How do you spit? Okay. Class, today we are going to learn about dissecting animals.
And they're second graders. They're not dissecting yet.
Oh, shit.
It was young kids.
No.
I know. Fuck. He is really fucking with her life. So at this point, she's barely sleeping. She feels trapped. She knows she's got to do something to protect herself.
Holy crap.
She's smart. And she actually makes an appointment with the state assistant district attorney.
Okay.
And tells them the entire story, like for hours. She's telling them everything this guy's doing. And they agree. You know what? Your life is in danger. So they decide to charge him with aggravated stalking, which is a felony and carries mandatory jail time.
Really?
Somehow Joe gets word and takes off. So,
fuck. Okay.
But authorities catch up with him pretty quickly in a hotel in Georgia with a new girlfriend.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Honey, we have a story for you. You might want to sit
number
down.
15. Yes. So they find a stolen gun in the hotel room as well. And police are pretty sure his intention is to go back and kill Candy.
Yeah.
Because he is so pissed at her.
I think that's a valid assumption. Yes.
So he pleads guilty to all his stalking, and he's sentenced to 3.5 years in prison.
Good. It's enough time for her to completely relocate. She's not going to relocate, is she?
She doesn't want it.
I know.
Wants to live her life. Yeah. So while he's in jail, a judge imposes an indefinite restraining order, barring him from any future contact with Candy, which is great.
Okay. Yeah. I mean.
But in October of 2012, he's released from jail. Mm-hmm. And Candy, it's been fine. He hasn't contacted her since. She refuses to go into hiding because she's like, it's my life. I'm not going to let him control me through this still.
As long as you're alive, it is.
Good point. Yep. But since then, he's actually claimed that he didn't send the dead piglet to Candy to threaten her, but to help her students and her prepare for the upcoming science fair projects.
Oh, get the
fuck
on.
Yeah. He's quoted as saying, I sent that on to her out of the kindness of my heart for the benefit of her kids. Everything I do is with good intentions gets turned into an evil thing, unquote.
Nobody believed that, right? I mean, nobody actually bought that crap, right?
Right.
Come on. There's a science fair. Send her a set of beakers. Send her a Bunsen burner. Whatever. Send them a bunch of those, those trifold, cardboard things, right? So that the kids can all do a science fair. Send her a dead pig.
I know my ass.
He should go into what is it? Like that media, like a spin doctor,
absolutely.
That was brilliant. I gotta give him that.
Yeah. Work for some politician somewhere.
Right.
Absolutely.
That was, I give him an A for effort on that one. Shit.
So you'd think that maybe doing some time would wake him up. But in 2014, he's arrested for harassing an ex-fiance,
a second one.
After she called off the engagement when she found out about his twisted past. She heard about it all, and he ended up posting the $150,000 bond. And this judge, when he pleaded guilty to 3 counts of harassment, he was sentenced to time served.
Dude, aren't all of his records showing now? Can't they see?
Yeah, they can see, but they're just he killed people, but he was young. He grew up.
Right.
So he indicated on news stories and stuff, because he loved being interviewed,
Oh, I'm sure he did. Just what's his name?
Yes, Drew Peterson.
Thank you. Yep, exactly. It's exactly what it made me think of.
Yep. He indicated he's moving to San Diego area, but when he had an ankle bracelet, apparently, after being on parole or whatever. When someone looked it up, he's actually in the Houston area. So just beware, this man is still out there, probably dating women.
I don't think that ankle bracelet is working very well if he was in the Houston. What do you mean he was in the Houston?
Where he had gotten arrested for the second time or whatever, that was down in Waco, I think, Waco, Texas. And so
I see.
Yeah, he had to be in that area still. So he could be anywhere, very likely doing the same shit all the time, but he's gonna end up killing again. He's that type.
Yeah.
Stop harassing people and shit. So that's the story of Joe Collier, the stalker killer.
Out there?
Yep, out and about.
Wait,
somewhere.
Okay. And Candy's still okay?
Candy's fine. She's doing good, from the last I read.
I don't like how this story is ending, Kelly.
Sorry.
I need a
finality. He needs to be in jail or dead.
I know. I don't like how this is ending at all.
I know. I was telling this
Wait a minute.
I know. I was telling this story to someone. They're like, but what if he hears the podcast? I'm like, well.
Damn it, Kelly.
I know. Well, he did the stuff. I didn't. So. So ladies, beware of a smooth talking, good looking 40-something now.
Jesus, named Joe or Peter or who knows what now.
Who knows now? He probably changed it again.
Holy shit. Well, the good news is that he doesn't like the Midwest. So I'm pretty sure.
We're probably good out here.
We're probably okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Psycho that he killed his adoptive parents and stuff. I mean, so
my God.
Sad. And his little brother adopted too, I think.
Oh my God. That's awful.
Yeah. And no sense of remorse. It just makes you wonder if that is the nature versus nurture, because it sounded like he grew up with a great family, but maybe there was something.
Right.
Psychologically
I don't know,
wrong.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
Well, did you want to hear my sources?
Yeah. But now I don't want to go outside.
He's already been to Illinois. He's already lived there.
I know, right? He didn't care for it.
No, he didn't like it there. So this was the best show. I dated a psycho. So
perfect. Also, I could be a contestant on that show, or a
contestant.
A contestant.
It's like the dating game. Who is more psychotic?
Oh God.
Yeah. So it was season 1, episode 1, because it was such a good one. They were like, "You are number 1."
Right.
So
this is such a good story. We're building an entire series on it.
Yes. Yeah. Cinemaholic, Murderpedia, abcnews.go.com, galvnews.com, jsonline.com. So.
Oh gosh. All right.
Yeah.
Damn.
Poor Candy. But luckily she keeps getting the story out there because she's worried about other women. So.
Yeah. Good for her for like warning more people and letting them know. Although other people are falling for him before they find out, obviously.
He must be such a good liar and manipulator.
Do you have pictures of him? Is he like, like Brad Pitt good looking?
No, but he's good looking. He's bald now, I think, but in a good, like, looks, like a rock kind of way. But
yeah, I don't get it then, man.
Yeah, not super, but he must just be so charming. And all the women that have been with him said, like, they always thought he was the love of their life because he was so good to them. Which is
crazy for somebody who obviously has no remorse, no actual, doesn't value life or...
Right.
Oh my God.
But he's so good at faking it and has figured out...
creepy as fuck, man.
Creepy. It's a serious psychosis, I swear. What did they call that? They have a name for it. Now I can't think of it.
Joe?
Yes.
The name of it is
Joe. Yes.
Or Peter?
You have the Joe disease. Yes. You're right. Jovan disease.
Jovan disease. Oh my God. Oh, that was a really good story.
Creepy.
Damn.
Anyway, yeah.
Hey, Oddies. Thanks for listening to another episode of ODFM. If you're a longtime listener, hey, we cannot thank you enough for your continued support. And if you're a new listener, thanks for giving us a try. If you like us, please drop us a like, subscribe, or rate us so we can share our stories with more people around the world. And if you'd like more information, like links to our podcast and socials, along with our Patreon fan page, those links are all on Linktree under ODFM Podcast. That's linktr.ee/ODFM Podcast. Side note, you guys, we're obsessed with fan art, and we love making things with it, like stickers for our fans. So if you'd like us to use your designs, send it to us at odfmpodcast@gmail.com. And if we use your design, we'll be sure to send you a sticker.
Thanks for listening to another episode of ODFM, hosted by Kelly DeVries and Jenna Swanson. Production and editing by Kelly DeVries. Theme music by Eric Swanson. ODFM is a satirical true crime podcast for entertainment purposes only. The stories you hear are serious and true. The comments and opinions are not. We apologize if any of our content is harmful or disrespectful.